What is happening, guys? My name is Jamie and welcome to another bite-sized album review for the band SVRM and the album Rozpad. Now, I think that's how you pronounce it. Now, SVRM are a very interesting band overall. In case you don't know, they are a Ukrainian black metal band. So they just released an album a few days ago, which is their previous album, which they released last year. In my opinion, slightly different to the other albums. There is some lo-fi production on this LP, but it certainly creates this atmosphere. This particular album is very atmospheric in tone. It's atmospheric, it's melancholic as well. If you like all that stuff, if you love that dark, true, atmospheric black metal, you're gonna really enjoy this. They usually sing in Ukrainian and there's a lot of emotion conveyed within the vocals. The vocalist is fantastic, he really is. His harsh shrieks are really good, love his gutturals as well. He incorporates many different vocal ranges. The production on the other hand, like I said, is quite lo-fi. Not as bad as Paycharge the Heaver's production. A really good producing black metal album in my opinion. It's got the really murky, muddy sound, but you can still hear every single instrumental of the album, including drums are quite impactful. They're not blast beaty like bands such as Marduk, but they still are quite impactful and intense, but they're not as heavy as some other black metal bands out there. The tone of the guitars are actually pretty good. Really love at times the balance within the mix, and it really again creates this atmosphere and element of surprise. So what is really interesting, they also incorporate some really nice acoustic sections. For instance, track 2. Really love the acoustic build-up. Some really heavy elements along with fast-paced drumming, but throughout the midsection of the song, you get some beautiful, beautiful acoustics, which really makes the song rise up in the next level, in my opinion. There are some really hard and aggressive evil moments on SVRM, Rozpad, but there's also some beautiful angelic moments as well. And the acoustics really complement the heavier moments. In my opinion, this reminds me of something like Opeth, where Opeth is very heavy at times, but you get some beautiful acoustic moments. Because there are some great moments, like track 3 is absolutely fantastic. Rozpad in English apparently means decay. So you know there's a lot of themes about death on this album. And you can tell there's a lot of themes about death. Just the way the emotion is conveyed within the vocalists, the hard, gritty guitar work as well, along with the drumming. There are some extreme metal elements as well, but they're not as present as the other previous albums in my opinion. This is more, in my opinion, a laid-back album by SVRM. It's still a really good album overall. There are some really good moments. Like SVRM don't create any bad albums at all. It's like I've heard all the albums and all the albums are pretty solid as fuck. And this album is pretty solid. What is really an absolutely majestic sort of song on this is Dementia. Dementia implements melancholic. There's a lot of melancholy on Dementia, and that's what I love it for. It's also very doomy, this song. It's got a really doomy edge. And I just love how the guitars accompany the overall vocals. The vocalist goes along with the guitar lines throughout Dementia, and you can tell it's very melodic and at times it's quite catchy. A great way to end off the album is track 7. Track 7 again is epic and majestic, and they really put every fucking thing to this song in my opinion. And it's such a brilliant way to end off the album. So 24 minutes this record is. It's not a very long record, and would I even call it an album? But apparently it is classified as an album, which is very surprising, but it's only 24 minutes. But there's a lot of substance within that 24 minutes. There's some beautiful, angelic moments. There are some heavy and extreme moments as well. Although I would like the album to go a little bit longer, it fathoms me how they can implement such greatness within 24 minutes in my opinion. But of course, there are some weaknesses. Like some songs at times don't gel well together. Some transitions are a little bit jarring. And at times, it does get quite repetitive, especially from track 3 to 4, where some of the songs do sound the same. But in my opinion, there is some really nice transitions as well. But this album is very good. And for SVRM Rozpad, I will give this a 7 out of 10. Guys, comment below what you thought about this bite-sized album review. Do you agree or disagree with my opinion? Keep the discussion going in the comment section below, and I will see you in the next one.